Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. It's SJ Pour, Little Face Brewing. How is everybody doing on this fantastic Homebrew Wednesday? I hope you're doing fantastic because I'm doing okay. I am doing okay, and I am sure that you guys are doing okay as well. Got me a little bit of bluegrass going on in the background. That's right. Turn this down, touch. Gotta love the bluegrass, baby. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Got to love it. So if you're asking yourself, self, because that's what you call yourself when you talk to yourself, because I know when I talk to myself, I call myself self. I say self. What was that beer that SJ just poured? Well, let me tell you. That beer right there is that's still the Pliny the Elder. And that noise in the background is my dog. That is the Pliny the Elder, which is probably one of the best kids beers that I have ever made. Again, Laramie 22. We worked this deal out. He got a buy one, get one, and we both made them up, and by golly, they're fantastic. And that's right, I said by golly because I felt like saying by golly. It is truly a phenomenal beer. It is continually to be good. And I may have just made up my own word. Continually. Lingly. Continuingly. Yeah, pretty sure I just made that word up. So, what do we have going on here in Little Face Brewing? Not a whole hell of a lot more than what we had last week. Beers have been transferred over into the secondary. So what I did was, I'm doing the Marvel IPA. What the Marvel IPA is, homegrown hops that I grew here last year. Mixed in with a little bit of Chinook. I'm still having issues with my homegrown hops. They are extremely strong. Mostly Cascade. And it's, if you guys go back through some of my older videos and whatnot, mistake I made was I planted these hops way too close together. So when they grow, I don't know which one's which. No matter how hard I try to keep them separated, those Cascades just take over everything. They grow fantastically. Now, this year I'm hoping to start up some new rhizomes to and keep them separated over here on the back side of the house. So future beers I'll be able to actually have separate hops. I'm hoping, cross my fingers. But anyways, the problem I'm still having with these hops are, it's not really a problem. It's just I got to get a handle on the proper usage of them, and the proper places to put them in the beer, because that's important. What I end up getting with, now I think I worked out a pretty good deal when I did the Potter IPA through all the taste tests and everything. It seemed like the Chinook really worked well with these mostly Cascade homegrown hops. It broke down a little bit of that grapefruit that you get off of them. But I'm not so sure with the Marvel. Now the Potter IPA, those are all hops that I grew up in Potter County, Pennsylvania. And again, I mixed it in with a little bit of Chinook. Marvel is what I grew here at the house, and I mixed them in with Chinook again. When I transferred from the primary over to the secondary, the aroma I got was that grapefruit again. So I'm not so sure how they're going to turn out. Now I did do a difference on this one. I shout out to Filler Snatch, Heath Ellenberg, and shout out to Jack Urbation and Laramie 22. You guys know the score. Anyways, the Grinsom was I had a cramp in my leg. Back to task. So I end up with these hops just getting a real almost an overpowering grapefruit flavor in them. Now when I transferred the Potter IPA over in the keg and have it kegged here, it wasn't overpowering at all. And I did not dry hop that beer, so that one's not dry hopped. I decided to actually dry hop the Marvel. So I put an ounce in each fermenter. Each fermenter's got right around 5 gallons in it, and I put a pound of my homegrown hops in leaf hop in the secondary. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to actually, I watched Hockey Player's video a few moments ago, and I liked what he was talking about when it came to dry hopping. Sounds like Hockey likes to dry hop for about, we're just going to say 4 or 5 days. And correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching this at all, Hockey Player. You know, throw a comment down below, tell me I'm full of shit or whatever. I'm used to it. I like that idea. I like that idea. Throw them in there for maybe 4 or 5 days, and then tertiary the beer after that to clean it up some prior to kegging. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'll go a max of 5 days. Let's see, I did it on Monday, so I'm just going to say by Saturday, I'm going to pull those, I'm going to transfer those over into other fermenters and let it clean up a little bit for maybe another week till it's ready to be kegged. On the same lines as what Hockey Player was saying in his Homebrew Wednesday video, I personally like to leave them in the fermenters, let them age in the fermenters rather than in the keg as well. Sometimes they still end up in the keg a little bit longer than I'd like, but the majority of the aging is done in the fermenter. I have to agree, and my foot is stuck, god damn it. I have to agree with him when it comes to the actual aging. I think it just does better, again, personal preference. It does better in the fermenter than it does in the keg. That's just me, you know, whatever. What else? Sully. I've been back and forth with him a couple times on different things. Good fella, go ahead. I'm guessing he's new to home brewing. I think he's new to, we'll just say he's new to the home brewing video stuff. So welcome, sir, to the brew tubing community. There is a lot of fine folks in this community that you can get all kinds of advice from, and believe you me, they'll all share. There's nobody out there trying to hide nothing from anybody. So on your comments of the, you know, all grain versus the extract, dude, that's a battle that's been going on for years. And as I told you the other day, my opinion, it's hogwash. I don't give a shit one way or the other, to be honest with you. I all grain. The reason why I all grain brew is a lot of people say the reason why they do the all grain is because they have more control over it. They do. You have more control over the overall beer. Along with that said, and most of them will agree with me on here as well, along with that control is you have a lot of opportunity to fuck it up as well. Whereas in extract brewing, it's a little bit safer of a brew to do. Don't get me wrong, you can still fuck up an extract. Been there, done that. There's just more opportunities to have shit go wrong in an all grain. Me personally, the reason why I prefer all grain is for me, it's the ease of it. In other words, I buy bulk sacks. I believe Hockey buys bulk sacks. I know it sounds like I'm saying ball sacks, but I'm not. It's bulk sacks with a K. Get your minds out of the gutter. You too, B. Meyer. Get your mind out. Get your mind. Stop it right now. Anyways, I wash my yeast. First and foremost, I like to build shit. Okay? Homebrewing, the hobby of homebrewing works so well with me, it's ridiculous, because I like to build shit. I like to create shit. I like to screw around with stuff. It's just fun for me. So it works out for me. I've built all of my equipment. Everything that I brew with, I've built. My mash tun, you know, I've got my brew kettles. I cut them out of kegs. Everything. The whole way down. My stand, everything. And I just enjoy that stuff. It's tinkering. I'm a tinkerer. So I enjoy that kind of stuff. So I buy bulk sacks. I wash yeast. I grow my own hops. I try to have a nice assortment of grains. Again, I'll go back to Hockey Players at Homebrew Wednesday video. To get set up in it, it's costly to go home or to go all grain. But overall, once you spend the initial expenditure, it actually gets a bit cheaper. I can literally brew whenever I feel like it, because I've got a couple 50-pound sacks of grains back here, and then I have a whole variety of specialty grains, and I also have a whole variety of hops. Plus, I have yeast as well. I always keep dry yeast here, 05 and 04, that's always in the fridge, along with the Pac-Man yeast that I've been brewing all sorts of beers with and whatnot. So for me, it's, lack of a better way of putting it, it's the ease, the convenience. I can actually go over there if I want to brew right now, which would be stupid because it's late. I can go over there and say, okay, you know what? I want to brew up one of my red ales. Boom. I can brew it. Now, 2 o'clock in the morning later, you have to get up for work the next day. Not such a smart move, but I can if I want to. And I've done it before. So that's why I all grain. When you're doing the extract stuff, that would mean you have to, and don't get me wrong, I actually sat on, and I'm going to do it again. I had what they call a 33-pound jug of liquid extract. And I used the last of it up in a brown ale that I have sitting over here right now fermenting in the secondary. So, I mean, there is an ease of that, but you got to take a little bit more care with it. As for your grains, you don't have to refrigerate them. Just make sure they're sealed, and that's all there is to it. So, there you have it. It's what you want to do. It's what works best for you. Is what works is the way to go. If you want to be an extract brewer, by all means, be the best at it. Dorf, he's an extract brewer. He makes phenomenal beer, absolutely phenomenal beer. It's all in what you want to do. Man Bear Pig, one of the best beers out of the challenge of the 2013 challenge. Loved his beer, extract. You can make damn good beer extract. So, I've rambled on enough. I'm getting the hell out of here. Come up with some brews. If you have any questions you want to ask me, put them down here in the bottom. Next week I'll address them. Ask me anything, anything. Ask me why I'm bald. Ask me why I'm gray. I got answers for most everything. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Go grab my banjo. Cheers, everybody. This is S.J. Poor from Little Face Brewing. Enjoying the fruits of his labor. You know why? Because I brew beer. And you should too. Cheers.